I was thinking with you. I thought I was strong enough to host us both. I boast a roll of shelter to your inevitable pain, that endless rain. And when all your rain came crashing down and I'd play that clown and try and turn that frown into a slightly more smiley position, you were never in imposition. I would always sit and listen to all of your indecisions and all of the flavours that they came in. But the depths of this toxic relationship was overwhelming. I couldn't keep us both from drowning. I spent forever playing the umbrella trying to shelter you from your rain. I actually forgot what it felt like to deal with my own pain. And when your rain finally came and you took aim at me and you took your can of petrol figuratively and you burned this bridge to friendship literally, it's not like I didn't see your storm coming from a fucking mile away. Over the years, I'd seen your pointless arguments and knee-jerk reactions destroy so many friendships that I kind of got used to it. We all just kind of got used to it. We tiptoed around your insecurities and tried to accommodate your anxieties and tried to alleviate your suicidal tendencies before you basically turned on me and we with your words misrepresenting me. Your words trying to turn people against we. Your words eagerly eating away at me, ripping at my skin, leaving me to bleed out, making me doubt my own character, my own ethics. Am I so full of bullshit that even I can't see what is clearly obvious to you and not me? You checked yourselves into the hero quarters and vilified my every step. While I sat there refusing to elevate you to the list of my regrets, I'd rather put you on the shelf with the things that I'd rather forget. But I ain't upset, not anymore. These feelings ain't raw. No more tears will fall onto this blood-stained floor. And as you continue to push and try and get me to fight, I flat out refuse to engage in your fight. I won't feed your screen grab so you can show others that you were right. And you won't be on my mind when I can't sleep tonight. Now, this poem isn't dedicated to one of you. This poem is dedicated to a fair few of you. So for me and we, from all of us, from the bottom of our hearts, regardless of the past, we just want to say, all right. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you found whatever happiness you were looking for in life and you found your own light. But at the same time, you're probably still a bunch of dickheads. So you can probably still go fuck yourselves. Boosh. Circles. The path so repetitive. Words the whole universe is turned romantic sedative. Heretic to the expected narrative. Words the whole universe is now seems somewhat competitive. She couldn't help but feel alone when they spent time together. Trapped in a hell sealed with a youthful promise of forever. But happily ever after wasn't prepared for the next chapter. And as her ego begun to shatter, she finally found a vision of herself. So she turned out the light and let the cold dead silence in. Ghosts of their love haunting the tomb that they both lay within. The only sin was growth. The only sin was that most flowers don't grow in the same direction without attention. And they were no exception. They were perfect to conception, no hesitation to give a proclamation of affection. But now more a reflection of society's expectations than anything real. But still, they were gold, they were sold and right in their own scrolls. But lo and behold, the same old story can be told. He screamed liar, begged forever, gripped tight onto her hand. She tried to explain she didn't lie, she just kind of grew out of their plans. No blame can be named, we just didn't grow the same way. Plus we shouldn't be today who we were yesterday. Life is all about growth and the moment you stop is when you truly die. Plus I'd rather drown in the waves than remain in the stagnant and never even try. He said, how am I supposed to carry on all on my own without you as my home? You promised me I'd never be alone. She said I'm suffocating in this reality. The fallacy of what was meant to be was a beautiful dream, but it wasn't enough to sustain me. I need room to breathe. He said I remember there was a time where you didn't understand how anybody could ever leave me. Now it breaks my heart to know that you found out so easily. She said ease isn't a path that either of us had ever walked. Ease isn't a path that either of us had ever walked. It fucking broke me watching the beauty of your creativity bow to Hades, living in a memory of a former we, the limbo of our lives. We die in fantasy, we die in memories of who we used to be. We sleep in sheets of sorrows, holding on to familiarity. The soundtrack of tomorrow won't be set to the beat of today. Not every story has an ending. Sometimes shit just slowly fades away. So I'm fucking up a little bit here and there. Couple of few words, misplaced words, but that just gives you the incentive to go and buy or listen to, download, stream the next poetry album, Hedgebrooms Kid, when that eventually comes out at some point this year, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? She told me she felt like she lives her life in a cardboard box. People constantly trying to reach her, but eventually they all gave up, so she shut up shop and refused to open up again, waiting for the day that she would start to feel alive again. But that feeling never came, only the emptiness remained. The light was once there, but now seemed so far away. So she fell back onto a bed and pulled the duvet up to her eyes and decided to hide there for the rest of her life. And right there should be fine until the end of time, and she'd have a little bit of a cry and tell all her friends that she was alright. And they took that as true facts, no reason not to believe her. You see, sometimes she just gets low and it's generally better to just leave her. But all she ever really wanted at the end of the day was for someone to just sit and listen. She didn't need no advice or to be told that she was fine. She just needed a break from this prison called life. She told me that sometimes life, well, it catches up with me and I freeze and I can't believe that's the person that I used to be. But I'm making steps forward now. I'm going to get myself together. I'm a dick kick, PTSD and it's shit, and anxiety and depression when I'm coming for you. And the stronger that I do get, the more fake friends will resent. The ones that like you when you're in a dark place, so they can agree with every contradictory point of view, so they can turn around later and remind you what a good friend they were to you in your time of need. And then they want to tell me that my therapy ain't healthy, just because now I've leveled up and they don't like the real me. No longer small and meek with full volume, I do speak. I've got a big fuck you for this world. And much love to those who are close to me. He told me that it's like living in a body that's desperate to survive, but a mind that's inclined to verge towards suicide. He misses her every night, but he doesn't feel like he can talk to his friends about his depression for the sheer amount of times that he's claimed love before. He just wishes that they understood that each time he falls that little bit more. And the manifestation of his depression came in waves and lasted for weeks and not days, until one day they came and they wouldn't go away. So he tried to stop them by putting a blade to his vein, yet still he and they remained. Morning again. Another morning, another day. Another morning, another day. Another morning, another day. Please don't be another day. I can't handle another one pretending that I'm okay. I'm not okay. I'm so fucking lost. And Idea said it best with, we were born into this river without knowing how to swim, and eventually we learn how to keep the water under our chins. But sometimes this river's so cold to be in, freezing my soul, solidifying my skin. But where do we begin when we start to sink? The life preserver was always there, but always seemed out of reach. So we kicked our legs and we fought and we begged, but we swore down some that we'd never let the water reach our head, which obviously it did. Because at the end of the day, and none of us really know what the fuck we're doing. We're a different generation to the ones that came before us. We've got different dreams and different ways of pursuing them. And whereas I don't believe in fate and religion and all that, I do believe in parallel universes and alternate timelines. When I'm not having a great time with my life, it brings me so much comfort to know that somewhere amongst all the threads of reality, somewhere, I'm Idea and your abilities. Or I'm Idea and you're Han Solo. Or I'm Idea and you're Batman. Or basically, I want to be Idea is basically what this poem is all about. Cheers. Again, I assume you're all clapping and whooping and hollering, so you're welcome. You're welcome. We ran recklessly with safety scissors in our hands and still managed to... Let's start that one again. We ran recklessly with safety scissors in our hands and still managed to cut ourselves when we tripped and fell upon the ground. We picked ourselves up, but as predicted, it wasn't enough. I was barely a blip in your universe, a third of a verse in the epic poem that is you. My blue rose. I could spend the rest of my life watching your erratic energy flow. But there is only one thing that will last forever, and you ain't the RZA and I ain't Ghostface Killer. And sometimes this river, when it swerves and it starts to take alternate paths, so I cry till I laugh. And sometimes with what feels like no rhyme or reason, even the greatest episodes don't make it past pilot season. Now my days suck, we don't even talk that much anymore. I miss you, I just wanted you to know. Like, my days suck, we don't even talk that much anymore. I miss you. That's something you probably already know. Like, my days suck, we don't even talk that much anymore. I love you. I just wanted to say hi. I totally lost my flow on that one, but I promise when we get to the album, it'll be tight as fuck. It'll be tight as fuck. It'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be fine. Right, this is the last one I am going to do. Let's finish on a Star Wars poem about the little savages known as Ewoks. Straight out of Endor, head chief Ewok named Chirper. A fuck with me, I'll take down your whole empire. I'll come at you through the trees like a breeze, slit your throat with ease. Think you're stopping me? A trooper, please. Only last week, these motherfuckers rolled up on us, set up shop up in our forest. We moved forward with caution, destroyed their evil forces. We're more or less remorseless, feasting on stormtrooper corpses. But don't disparage us as dumb savages. We ain't Gungans, motherfucker. We got elegance, intelligence. Don't even step to us. We're furious warriors, Westside BCV. Arrows tipped with potent neurotoxins. Droids, you can't even begin to fuck with me. I'll slap the bass out of you speak, cut your throat while you sleep. You think we're weak? We took down the Empire and captured the Jedi in 1 week. Now, an easy feat to achieve, but best believe when we leave it disappear through the trees. But when I come back, I'm gonna snack on your torso. Wicket is the name, and the boys coming straight out of Endor. Another crazy ass Ewok won't stop till you drop, cut you down, up and up shop. I'll cut you up, don't give a fuck. Stir fry you in my wok. Now tell me, what was you expecting when we came stepping into these woods that we be protecting? An open armed invitation. Here's the keys to the kingdom with minimal hesitation. I'll cut your throat without a question. Chow on your corpse, chow on your corpse so fast you're about to give me indigestion. So when you're in my neighborhood, you better duck, cause Ewoks are crazy as fuck. Ain't gonna stop until we've taken out all of y'all. Fuck the Empire. Stay the fuck out of Endor. Tell me, what did you say fuck it to today? Did you say fuck it to the emotional pain, delusional chains that keep this mainframe riddled with